Hello, my name is Matt Kozlowski, Vice President of Professional Services and Cybersecurity for the Winslow Technology Group. In this webinar, I'm really excited to present our new co-managed services offering, Northstar Managed Services. You might already be thinking, wow, WTG, cool name. What's it mean? Well, the North Star is a pole star. It's a fixed object in the sky that we can use for navigation. A few interesting things about that star, that's the tail of the Little Dipper. It's consistent. It's used for navigation. It's reliable and available. You can always use the North Star to find north. The North Star doesn't disappear on you when you need it most. So it's by no coincidence that our service tagline is navigating technology better together. Before I tell you more about Northstar Managed Services, let me tell you a little bit about the Winslow Technology Group. Our vision is to enable organizations to realize the full potential of technology, driving a new era of information access, collaboration, and security. We do that through our passion for technology and serving customers, maintaining deep expertise in the products and services we provide, while focusing on outcomes that matter to you, our customers. We've been in business for almost 20 years with an incredible staff and a wide and diverse base of customers and partners. We love what we do, and we love making IT personal. With that, I'm really excited to introduce WTG Northstar Managed Services. NorthstarMS is our co-managed service offering that provides organizations of all shapes and sizes an affordable support and management solution, which helps reduce risk, increase efficiency, and provide executives and IT teams alike peace of mind. We reduce risk in several ways. One way is fairly obvious, by applying patches and updates that address vulnerabilities and bugs in an environment. That can help reduce the likelihood of maybe a ransomware event or encountering a bug that can take your systems offline. Reducing risk can take other shapes as well. Maybe you're an IT director and you're also a help desk admin and you're also a database administrator and you're also only one person. Having to wear all those hats is certainly a risky proposition. Similarly, we help organizations increase efficiency by ensuring systems are operating at their top potential. We do this by regularly checking in and keeping a constant pulse on your environment. We believe that an environment that is patched, monitored, and maintained operates at its peak potential. Imagine if you never changed the oil in your car. You wouldn't get very many miles out of it. Another way we increase efficiency is by freeing up you or your staff from that day-to-day mundane patches and kind of boring system maintenance and kind of keeping an eye on the shop, allowing greater focus on your applications, your innovation, and other high-value tasks that are directly relevant to your organization. Perhaps it's like a document management system or implementing changes on your ERP or financial processing, or maybe a special web portal you're developing. Let us take on the back end and you take on the front end. When we help you reduce risk and increase efficiency, and you have the WTG team of professionals at your back who really get to know your environment, have that pulse on it, and are in and out and really understand you and how everything operates and are applying those fixes and keeping everything running, we can dramatically extend the reach of you or your lean team so those people can take a vacation once in a while without worry. So that's how we provide peace of mind. When we set out to develop Northstar Managed Services, we said we wanted to have a real fresh take on it. There are probably thousands of managed service providers across the country. So we took lessons from security incidents, doing this in the past, and what we've learned as a customer, in other aspects too. So number one, we don't use an RMM. An RMM is a row management and monitoring tool. It's basically an agent that gets installed on, all of your servers and your laptops and so on and so forth traditionally. It applies patches, allows for remote access, and runs scripts and things like that. Great in theory, but if you look back, there have been hacks that target managed service providers and specifically their RMMs to distribute malware or ransomware. We feel like this introduces a significant level of risk for you and for us, and we don't really want to be a part of it. So we've developed some internal strategies, workflows, and leveraging some other technology to achieve the same outcome without having to have an RMM agent deployed on every single machine. Next up, we co-manage and advise. We're not out to replace IT departments, thought leaders. We don't offer fully managed services. We offer co-managed services. We're augmenting you and providing guidance to your organization. I like to think of that as an Iron Man suit, right? To really help drive you forward. We also don't lock you in. We have a unique sales motion where if you need some software to deliver the managed services, maybe it's patch management or something like that, we will resell that software directly to you, and you are that license holder. Whenever possible, whether it's Office 365 or a patch management solution or SOC as a service for cybersecurity monitoring, we like you to hold that relationship with the manufacturer. We don't want to lock you in because you have licenses. We'd rather you continue doing business with us because you like us and you're happy with what we do. And last but certainly not least, we support infrastructure. It's what we're really, really great at. It's our heritage. It's our bread and butter. So we support your cloud, your servers, your network, and your storage. That also means we don't do help desk. We don't do printers. We don't do copiers. We don't do phones. We really focus on supporting infrastructure. Again, that's what we're really great at. That's core to our success, and that's what we want to extend to you. Again, our co-managed IT services are infrastructure focused. So what's covered under that? We help with VMware environments, Hyper-V environments, and AHV clusters, Nutanix. We help customers with storage systems, so block, file, and NAS, data protection solutions, so your backup solutions, business continuity, disaster recovery, and overall recovery strategy. Your network devices, really important for this, so firewalls, switches, routers, wireless. Infrastructure apps like Active Directory, DHCP, and DNS, and remote access solutions like VDI and VPN. Also public cloud, Microsoft 365, Azure, and AWS play a critical role in many organizations' overall IT strategy today, and we include support for that in NorthstarMS as well. Speaking of great, I want to let you know that we allocate a significant amount of time and training to make sure that our engineers are certified on the latest and most relevant tech in environments across the board. This is something that I firmly believe in, and all the way up to Scott Winslow, the owner of our company, he supports. We intentionally focus engineers, dedicate time, pay for classes, send them through certification training so that we know that our engineers are delivering OEM level services that you would expect for any managed service provider. That's Cisco certs, Dell Technologies, VMware, Microsoft, CISSP, Fortinet, Nutanix, Veeam, AWS, the list goes on and on. These are some of the high level ones that we like to put on a chart, but there's a ton more here available to you. So let's talk about some of the service features. So again, it's focused on infrastructure, so data center, networking, and cloud. NorthstarMS provides 3 core services. Some of it depends on the package, and I'll get that into a minute and kind of compare the offerings. First up is advisory services. So this is quarterly level insights, consultative access to a virtual CTO, virtual CISO, virtual CIO type resources, and helping you with product lifecycle management. And I'll give you an example of that. One of our heritage products is Compellent, or the Dell SC series. Sadly, Compellent SC went end of life. It is still supported, but you can't really buy new ones right now, or we wouldn't suggest that. We're able to take our expertise in storage, knowledge about that product, and knowledge about customers' environments that are under this managed service offering and suggest alternative platforms. Maybe it's a new Dell PowerStore, for example, or an ME5, something like that, to replace that and give you some intelligent options for that. So we do that across the board for servers. VMware has some unique compatibility requirements now to install vSphere on, things all over the place like that. So we're happy to do that as part of the advisory component of it. Next up, and this is probably the most important piece of this and really core to the offering itself, proactive services. So that's monitoring and alerting, which you would expect. So we have a virtual NOC system where we can pull in SNMP alerts and all kinds of WMI stuff to keep an eye on network traffic and utilization, even temperature. Maybe you have a server room that keeps overheating. We can keep an eye on temperature and environmentals with that as well. Some things that are unique to our offering, though, we do check-ins. So because we're not using that RMM, we have to have a human component to this. So we have some predefined report card type check-ins that we execute on a monthly basis. So an engineer will actually log into the environment, take a look at 5 critical functions of a technology domain, and we generate a report card for that. So your red, yellow, green, some engineers commentary with it, and we review that with you on a monthly basis. So that's your entire environment. Nice little report card. Really gives you some peace of mind, keeps our hands in the environment too, so we're familiar with it. Oftentimes something might pop up in an event viewer, something maybe kind of running out of space, but not enough to generate an alert. That's the type of stuff we identify on these monthly check-ins. Certainly update and patch identification. So understanding like, wow, maybe you have a system that's so vulnerable to Log4j. We've identified that, we've logged it here and made some notes that we need to get that taken care of as soon as possible. And then capacity management. Maybe your vSphere cluster, you thought it was N+1, but it's not really. You don't have enough capacity if you had a host fail, for example. Maybe you're running out of space consistently on a data store, and you wouldn't really know about it unless someone was in there. So that's the sort of thing we like to notify on a proactive basis. Last but certainly not least is reactive support. So maybe you have some questions in form of technical support. Maybe there's an OEM advisory that comes across. Maybe we've identified something in the proactive motion here and need to fix it. And that's where reactive services comes in. Another feature is this is easy. It's priced by the number of devices and the hours we think you need on a monthly basis. And that's it. So our agreements are designed to be simple, transparent. You have a service bank of hours. If you don't use all those hours up to the limit for a given month, they roll over to a bank, roll forward through the end of the agreement. We know some months, maybe you're only going to use 4 hours, and some months, maybe you need like 16 hours. And that's cool. We've accommodated that here and provide, again, like a simple and transparent way of conducting managed services with WTG. All right, let's compare some of the packages here. So for comparison purposes, I included block hours on here. It's a ultra light version of managed services in some way. So in our block hour agreement, you get the routine support, so inbound access to our team, and you get ticketing with a portal. That's fairly obvious. Everyone kind of does that. Now our reactive offering, you get the routine support, that ticketing system with a portal. We're going to give you a preferred hourly rate on that service bank. We're going to include device monitoring and alerting and an SLA for when we're going to respond. Our most popular package, Proactive, builds on block hours and reactive to include automated patching and updates, deep quarterly health checks, that really awesome report card-based approach for the monthly checkup, and those advisory services. So again, this is that spectrum of what we have to offer here, from simple block hours to the reactive approach, which is a pretty light version of managed service. A great way to keep a pulse on your environment, have us at the ready, but not going too crazy with the report cards and monthly checkups. If you want the full proactive experience, which obviously we would suggest and recommend, that's where you get the automated patching, quarterly health checks, the great monthly checkups, service delivery meetings, and advisory services. I thought we talked through a case study. Great. Let's hear it from a customer perspective. So this client, fantastic client, love working with them. Fantastic to work with. They're a mid-size financial firm with East Coast based operations. When they initially talked to us, they have regulatory requirements. Those requirements include ongoing maintenance related to security, patches. They have change in risk management. They need SLAs to minimize downtime and ensure someone's able to help them out on their time of need. They needed modernization to ensure uptime performance and really mitigate business and organizational disruption. Some of their higher level objectives were to making sure they're executing on governance and continuous improvement, supplementing their staff with skills necessary to deliver excellent technical outcomes and provide incident response. Also to leverage our knowledge of continued service delivery to their organization. Our solution came to 3 core areas, and this is all covered under the NorthstarMS or NorthStar Managed Services. offering. So first, it was implementing seamless and transparent extension of the client organization with our senior engineers. It was implementing and delivering a set of services that function or facilitate this extension of their team to our team. So our team functions as an extension of their team. Proactively address modernization, different redesigns. This includes network refreshes, helping with remediation and hardening around vulnerability assessments and things of that nature. Planning, so helping them plan and track project management to help them support updates, remediation, apply patches, and just provide operational guidance and really helping them develop and continue improving on their continuous improvement process. And then execution. We actually deliver this 100% remote. We leverage different tools and infrastructure from alerting, patching, and different types of remote access to ensure that we can deliver secure services wherever we are, wherever they are, and then leverage, OEMs such as Dell and HPE for break fix type services on site. So we liaise between the manufacturer or OEM of the equipment and the customer. Maybe an example of that is there's a bad memory module. We will put that VMware, say it's a VMware host, right? We put that VMware host in maintenance mode, make sure all the VMs migrate off of it, safely shut it down. Then we say, hey, Dell Tech, come on site, replace that DIMM. They show up on site, the server's already powered off safely. They slide it out of the rack, replace the DIMM, put it back in, give us a call. They power it back up. We're like, hey, great, server power's on, no more errors. Memory count is good. We're gonna leave it running in maintenance mode for 24 hours though, just to make sure that new DIMM you replaced was good, and that was the problem. A tech's not going to do that. And then maybe a day or two later, we take it out of maintenance mode and put it back into service and either manually migrate or migrate machines, or let DRS take over, migrate machines back to where they were. So that's like our example of execution, even in a break fix remote service delivery model. At the end, some of the benefits this organization realized was meeting and exceeding compliance requirements, repurposing their staff to support real business critical application versus kind of mundane patch management that may not even been happening routinely, and reducing infrastructure maintenance and diverting additional full-time employees as needed. So we include stats on response and things of that nature to help them understand our ticket performance and metrics. Great, all sounds great. Like I said, our NorthstarMS or Northstar Managed Services agreements are really simple. So really, if you want to get started, we just need to know a device count. So how many servers you have, that would be virtual and physical, network devices, so switches, firewalls, access point, wireless controllers, any storage subsystems you have, like backup or a disk array, things like that. We just need a device count, and it doesn't have to be your whole environment either. Maybe you just want us to keep an eye on VMware, the host servers, and your storage, and the network devices that connect it. That's totally fine with us. We're able to leverage this device count, and then the next piece, which is the estimated number of hours per month, to come together to a package to support you and the environment that you need, how you need it to. So this is how you get started. It's really simple, just a device count, and we'll come up with an estimate number of hours per month just by talking to you if you're not really sure on that one. And that's it. I'd really like to thank you for spending a couple minutes learning a little bit more about the Winslow Technology Group and WTG NorthstarMS, where we're navigating technology better together. If you want to contact us and hear more, just email webinars@winslowtg.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.